forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me have to take away myself. Me have to take away myself. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Surely I clean where I ease. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play you, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Surely I a clean pair of heels. I said, yeah. Been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a master guess who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you have me wait to the course. Sayonara.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. This is yours truly, Franco, along with,
Previous.
and we're coming to you live and direct this morning from Miami and Jamaica. Today we have a special guest. Our special guest is none other than Miss Aisha Comissiong. She will be linking up with us via Zoom this morning at 10:30. So sit around, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
This is your very own sports, music, and lifestyle podcast with Flavius and Franco. Welcome.
Yes, so welcome once again. Flavius, how you doing this morning, sir?
Not bad at all. I mean, the outside is a bit bleaky because I know a lot of weather systems are passing by us.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them going away
Okay.
from us.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one, I think Nana or something like that that formed south of us,
Mm-hmm.
but it was headed like
Mm-hmm.
west of us. So it will be coming the way, at least not that one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It was predicting that we would have gotten some showers and all that today and tomorrow, but it doesn't look that way right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's a bit bleaky. It's time for the sun to push out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good. We're having a nice sunny day so far. So
Okay.
that's good. That's good. We need the sun.
Very good. Yeah, man. We need the
We
sun.
need the sun.
Yeah.
So, what's in your cup this morning, sir?
Nothing in my cup yet.
You're slacking off, man. You've been slacking off.
No. It's a matter of working late last night.
Mm.
So we have. We
Okay.
haven't come down to anything yet,
Mm-hmm.
but we are here at the job.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, exciting. We have a good guest, a special guest this morning.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant lady.
Mm.
Yes.
I
So
was I
we,
was I
she,
was looking at the video
mm,
that she on the NCF Barbados
yeah,
YouTube channel.
yeah,
Well put together, well put together, you know.
yeah. Outstanding, outstanding. I can't breathe. Yeah, man,
Hmm.
outstanding.
And it's
Very out.
it's gonna be one of the heights this year election in the U.S.
Yes.
Whether people believe it or not, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because the tension is driving up. It's
Yep.
driving up, and when I said driving up, I mean it's driving, and
Yep.
people are feeding off it. S- especially the candidate, who's the incumbent, feeding off it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
Well.
how it going to help him or in what way him see it going to help him, but
Okay.
as somebody who them consider very impossible to predict,
Mhm.
So let's see what going to happen, Let's see what going to
Yeah.
happen. Because at this stage of the game, I have no hope in no government at all. You
Mm.
understand me? I have to just deal with my economy. Find a
Yep.
way to make my money and forget about
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There
So,
are really distractions at this point in time.
so I don't know where I go.
Our thing now is that COVID is going up because I think yesterday it was 200 plus.
Hmm.
First time, we have a 1 day thing for, a one day count that high.
Well, that's something we're gonna
And
have to live with, At least.
it's gonna go up some more for the next month or so, and then it probably can start go back down
Hmm.
because people have not been following the guidelines based on the election and election campaign.
Hmm.
So we have to pass that stage, especially tomorrow night, where some will be very happy and doing all the wrong things, and I guess some will be sad and doing all the wrong things also.
Hmm. Well, let's get into our part of our thing,
Yeah.
and deal with that when it come tomorrow. All right.
Oh,
So what you have on
yeah,
the did
man.
you know chart for us today?
Okay, we are sticking with Uniquely Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday we started a segment called Beauty Spots of the Caribbean. So we're going to give you a few more of these spots this morning.
All right, take it away.
Okay, I think the last one we did yesterday was Cherry de On from Guadeloupe. So we are down to Old Havana, Cuba. And it's saying from the pastel buildings of Old Havana to the rich green moss of Metropolitan Park, Havana. Havana is as colorful as it is energetic. Most of the city's architecture appear frozen in the 1950s, and you can lean into that old school vibe by taking a vintage car tour or sipping a Hemingway daiquiri in a jazz club. Well, I can tell you been there and done that, and it's wonderful. And these vintage cars are cars from the 30s, not the 50s, and they are kept kept up well and driving well and very comfortable. In fact, when I was in Havana, old Havana, I actually took I think I usually call them in some countries something like a rickshaw, but the mode of transportation is is like a bicycle with a carriage at the back, and the tour guide rides the bicycle and take you and engage you in conversation for the entire trip, showing you all the different things, explaining everything. That is something you could check out. Okay, we move to Grace Bay, Turks and Caicos. And it's very ironic that we're speaking about Turks and Caicos today because next week, Wednesday, we'll be having a company from the Turks and Caicos. It's the Inter Caribbean Airlines. And they started out in the Turks and Caicos, and the headquarters is still there. Far and away, one of the best places for a quick escape. Turk and Caicos checks almost every box, from private islands, spa retreat, to miles of empty beaches and crystal clear water. The island of Providenciales, in particular, has some of the world's loveliest white sand beaches, namely 12-mile Grace Bay on the North Shore. Be sure to pack sunglasses. When we say white sand, we mean blindingly white. So be careful. Don't leave your sunglasses. Then we go to Gustavia, St. Bart's. While any mention of St. Bart's tend to conjure up images of Rolexes and caviar, the Tony territory has enough natural beauty and scenery views to give any five-star hotel a run for its money. One of the best ways to explore the island is to start your day with a morning walk around the capital, Gustavia, a tidy collection of old red roof buildings clad in volcanic stone. Soak in the view before stopping into one of the town's great restaurants or fish markets. That's the St. Bart's. Playa Grande Beach Club, Dominican Republic. Drop all those notions of tequila shots and spring breakers. Playa Grande Beach Club will make a believer out of even the harshest W Republic critic. The Aunt Buo retreat only has 9 bungalows, stretch over 2,000-acre plot of land. Wow! With direct access to a wide beach ideal for surfing, and the interiors are nearly as stunning as the surrounding. Think lacy Victoria architecture, pink and green tile floors, and freestanding copper tubes in the bathroom. Tubs, sorry, in the bathroom. Copper tubs in the bathroom. Bonaire National Marine Park in Bonaire, one of the ABC Islands. Only 50 miles from South America, Bonaire is the furthest east of the ABC Islands. And while the island has a dry, rather forbearing desert landscape, is truly beautiful, can be found just below the surrounding waters. The entire coral reef around Bonaire is a national park, Bonaire National Marine Park, with brightly colored coral and wildlife ranging from nurse shark. I've never heard of that. Nurse shark and seahorses to friendly green turtles. Okay, let's move down. Belmont Farm on Kitchishan Hill in St. Kitts. St. Kitts is known for its sugarcane fields and well-preserved Brimstone Hill fortresses, but the island also houses some of our favorite luxury hotels. For sophisticated lodgings with a view, book a stay at Belmont Farm on Kittishan Hill, a 2015 Art List winner, situated on the northwestern slope of Mount Leamuja. Some of the resort's biggest draws are the private plunge pools and outdoors clawfoot tubs overlooking the sea. Shirley Heights, Antigua. Antigua mixes tropical beauty with British history. Just look at the candy colored colonial buildings and much touted 365 beaches to those from to choose from, overlooking the English Harbour, which fills with boats during the island's annual yacht regatta. Shirley Heights should be on your itinerary, soaking in the view of what curves coastline is a truly unforgettable experience. Okay, I'm going to leave it there today. Tomorrow we go on to a few more of these beauty spots not to be missed. And as we say, these are uniquely Caribbean. These are ours that we welcome our visitors to. But we must make sure us Caribbean people also enjoy them. Most important.
Yes, indeed.
So, Francis,
Some beautiful scenery, man. Some beautiful scenery. I'm looking at them as you
yeah, man,
speak.
really,
You know,
really love.
I mean, I've got to start travel to the Caribbean some more.
Well, I have plans for you, my friend.
I've got to get out of the comfort zone. I've just visited
Yes,
only Jamaica and start go to other Caribbean countries. So in
yep, I can tell
case,
you.
yes, so in case you didn't know, now you know. And this segment brought to you courtesy of Slowly Jamaica, uniquely the Caribbean. I, 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 I,
Wonderful, wonderful.
I like the uniquely Caribbean. You know, it is truly amazing when you look at some of these sceneries and the places. You know, the Caribbean is one beautiful spot. You know,
I'm telling you.
no doubt about
I'm,
it.
te-
So it's
I'm
only
telling
fitting I'm going to play Homeland because when I listen to Homeland, Homeland is, how should I say now? Homeland is
It's mine. It belongs to
it's it
Slowly
it
Jamaica.
it it's digging into me, you know? It's
Yes,
digging
yes.
into me. It's like it's branding into me, and the more I listen to it and I hear a different line in it that I can say, wow, you know, because You're not walking only on sand. But when you hear about the ackee and
Walking
the
in the
saltfish
sun.
and the breadfruit and the
Yeah,
this and
man.
the, you wonder where Pam get so much lyrics from. So,
Well, she's good, man.
so
She's good.
we're gonna play Homeland, and for those of you just joining us, welcome to the Real Stuff Podcast. And today
But
we have a very special guest.
have you realized that this is the ultimate love song,
It's a love song for the Caribbean.
Yeah, walking on sand,
Mm-hmm.
holding your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be more romantic than that.
Yeah. Yes,
Not a
so
care in the world.
our special guest today is none other than Miss Aisha Comissiong. So we're going to be linking up with her in a few minutes. So in the meantime, Miss Pamal, Homeland.
Walking on sand and holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. In my own homeland. Enjoying the bright, the warm sunlight. Oh my God, what a beautiful sight. In my own homeland. This place is so nice, wanna do everything twice. Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely blessed. My own homeland. North or south, feel free to wander about. You can jump, dance, or sing and shout in my own homeland. Give yourself a treat, a few days or a week, and you will see just what I mean. Just take my advice, everyone is nice. You feel like royalty, my friend. Pulsating, vibrating, reggae, reggae, reggae. Very sky, rock, steady, mental, a quadrillion, coming up, coming up, coming up. You can fill your belly with the coconut jelly, mango, papa, cane, and dinner. There's ackee and a saltfish and a roast yam and banana. Curried goat and a managed water. The Sunday special if you like a revival. Catholic, Baptist or Pentecostal. The house of Jah is there, have no fear. Walk right in and get your share. I'm walking on sand. I'm holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. In my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. A homeland, my own homeland. Hi, this is Pam Hall, and I'm inviting you to hang out with Flavius and Franco on the Real Stuff podcast. They're such great company.
Yes, the music of Miss Pam Hall, Homeland. So, yes, I have, as I said to you, I have a sidekick with me this morning named Arthur. Right? Arthur, say hi to Flavius for me.
Good morning.
Him don't want to talk. You hear him just blow him on. That's it. Say hi to Flavius, sir. Yeah, him say, I think that's how I'm going to talk to it today. Him say, I don't want to utilize the mics. Well, we understand. So we're getting ready to link up with Miss Aisha Comissiong. And she will be bringing also a member from the dance group as well. So,
Okay.
we're getting there. I'm going to play your favorite, one of your favorite that you like. I know you like this song.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit you with it, just to see if we can spike up the mood a little bit.
Oh mama, oh mama,
I know you love this one.
keep on loving me so bad, boy. I met a boy the other day, got the sweetest loving ever come my way. Do anything I say when he loves me this way. The only thing I say is, oh mama, mama, keep on loving me so bad, boy. Oh mama, mama, keep on loving me so bad, boy. You got bad boy in it, so wonderful. You got bad boy in it, so wonderful. Bad boy, so wonderful. All I can say is, oh mama, mama, keep on loving me so bad boy. Oh mama, mama, keep on loving me so bad boy. Hit me with it, tone, dee tone a break. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. I feel it, ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, Miss Abaguaya. Oh, mama. Ooh, Miss Abaguaya. Oh, mama. Ooh, Miss Abaguaya. Oh, mama. Ooh, Miss Abaguaya. He got Baguaya in it. So wonderful. Mr. Baguaya in it. So wonderful. He got Baguaya. So wonderful. I met a boy the other day, got the sweetest loving ever come my way. Do anything I say, but when he loves me this way, the only thing I say is, oh mama, mama, oh mama, mama, oh mama, mama, keep on loving me so bad. And you hit me with it, ton, dee on a breaks. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. I sing it, ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, Miss Abaguaya. Oh, mama.
Flavius. Flavius, let me ask, who did the original
Yes, sir.
Bagwire? Who did the original Bagwire?
I don't remember, but I love it from that time.
Yeah. Anyone who viewing, listening right now, if you know the artist of the original Bagwire, just drop us a line. If you're in the chat room,
Yeah.
throw it up on the board. Because this one was done by Sharon Forrester. Beautiful indeed.
Yes.
Linking up in a few minutes with Miss Aisha Comissiong, and she's bringing along with her a member from the dance group as well. So that will be good. So in the meantime, Flavius, let me ask you some. Tomorrow we have Dan. Dan should be joining us tomorrow, hopefully, because he just sent me a text again that he might be able to do something from the ground where he's going to be working.
That's good, yeah.
So that's
That's good.
that sound good. That sound good.
Mm.
So we know the football season wrapped up officially this week, right? Didn't he say the football season wrap up officially this weekend? So
Wrap up or start?
no, it's
from last weekend.
no, yeah, it's start the community shield always play like 2 weeks before.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody should be getting ready, for start. So let's see if we can bring in Miss Aisha right now. Let me send her a text so she know that we're ready for her. 1 minute, Flavia. So.
Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely best. My own homeland. North or south, feel free to wander about. You can jump, dance, or sing and shout in my own homeland. Give yourself a treat, a few days or a week, and you will see just what I mean. Just take my advice, everyone is nice. You feel like royalty, my friend.
Morning, morning, morning. Greetings once again, all kings, all queens. Greetings, Aisha.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I see you have company.
Morning, Aisha.
I see you have company with you this morning. You want to introduce the gentleman? What's the name, brethren?
Shea.
All right. So I see he's one of your dancers.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Dance captain of the dance collective, Rhythm Tribe. We have on our shirt today.
All right, sound good. Well, before I'm going to introduce my sidekick with me, Arthur. He's just going to read your bio just a little bit. Okay, so Arthur.
They're long.
Arthur, you want to take it away for me? Go ahead, Arthur.
Aisha Comissiong attended the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts in Jamaica, where she received a Bachelors in Fine Arts in Performance and Choreography degree. Aisha took on the challenge to complete the 4 degree in 3 years, and successfully completed it with first-class honors. She had the distinction of achieving the highest grade point average in the entire college, and was selected as valedictorian, in addition to winning 5 individual awards for Outstanding Performance and Choreography, Most Outstanding Performer, Best Researcher, All-Round Excellence, and Most Outstanding Student in the Schools of the Performing Arts. Aisha's fundamental career goal is to play a significant role in the development of dance in Barbados, whilst contributing to the fostering of a Caribbean dance movement. The young visionary has already started to make purposeful steps toward her vision, and in the year 2011 was awarded the prestigious Prime Minister's Scholarship on the basis of her Gold Award-winning choreography in the National Independence Festival of Creative Arts, NIFCA. Ms. Comissiong has gone on to demonstrate that her dance studies in Jamaica have proven invaluable, as she went on to win 4 more gold awards for her choreographies at NIFCA in 2012, 2014, 2015 and 2016. On completion of her degree, Aisha continued to pursue her dance studies training in Jamaica as a company member of the highly acclaimed El Acadco, a United Caribbean dance force. Under the artistic directorship of the internationally acclaimed Dr. L. Antoinette Asunite Steins. In 2014, Aisha went on to pursue a Master of Arts degree in Cultural Studies at the University of the West Indies, Mona campus, and was awarded the Institute of Caribbean Studies Graduate Prize for Most Outstanding Academic Performance in Cultural Studies at the graduate level, as well as completing the degree with a distinction. In developing her creative voice, Aisha found her niche in what may be termed dance edutainment. An important aspect of her mission is to utilize the art form of dance to educate. She is already known for executing projects that play a vital role in enriching the learning and educational experiences of the wider community by effectively and creatively using choreography, dance photography, videography, site-specific dance works and social media to illustrate and share important and empowering lessons about our history and culture. These projects are for the most part executed on the dance collective she founded called Rhythm Tribe. Aisha has many credits to her name, including choreographing and dancing for numerous artists such as Alison Hines, Davido, Beanie Man, Shensia, Christopher Martin, Richie Stevens, Lil Rick, Peter Ram, Soca Cartel, King Bubba, Lady Saw, Shaggy, Itana and more. Most recently she was featured as a member of international recording artist Krisha Turner's dance crew in Nick Cannon's movie, King of the Dance Hall.
Yes, yes, indeed. So, my listeners, my guest is here. Let's welcome her. Okay, so greetings once again to both of you. And today we're going to talk about the video that was published on August the 23rd, titled I Can't Breathe. And for what is happening now in the United States, I guess it's only fitting for us to dig right into it. So go ahead, Aisha.
Oh, okay. So the dance documentary film, that's what I'm calling it, called I Can't Breathe, was executed by Rhythm Tribe. It was in response to not only what was happening in the United States, but also because there was a rekindling, a reigniting of, I won't say Black consciousness here in Barbados as well, but I think came as well in response to those persons who said that what was happening in America had nothing to do with us here.
True,
that
true.
we were just being bandwagonists, and we were, I guess, focusing on things that had nothing to do with us. So it was in part our effort to contribute to that conversation that was also happening at home and in the Caribbean about why the Black Lives Matter movement is so significant to us here as well. At a group of very dedicated, very talented dancers, we rehearsed exceptionally hard for it, and it took 4 shooting sessions to actually get everything that we needed before we even delve into editing and putting it together. I was grateful to have been able to get interviews and comments from people such as, Cultural Ambassador Anthony Gabby Carter, international artist Eddie Grant, Robert Clark, and so on. Interestingly enough, it was released on August 23rd, which is considered the end of our Emancipation series season here in Barbados. I'm not sure if anybody else follows that beginning and end, but for us, we have a set start and end of our Emancipation season, and it's culminated with our release of I Can't Breathe, and it was just quite fitting, really and truly.
On it, I see you have some key Barbadian voices like historian Trevor Marshall, and even His Excellency David Comissiong is on it as well.
Well, he had no choice. He had no choice. He's Daddy, so Daddy has to be in it.
Yeah.
Well, I always tell people as well, generally when doing something like I Can't Breathe wasn't, so I had actually choreographed a dance called Black Lives Matter in 2015, and actually Shea got to depict or illustrate. You were Eric Garner, right? He was Eric Garner. The whole I Can't Breathe. So they both actually tie together. And I've always said that my father's, social activism and background in Pan-Africanism has played an instrumental role in my grooming as an artist and where I eventually saw myself going. So most of my works are always centered around, I don't know, the Black cause, Black lives, the plight of the Black man, the Black woman, the working class of Barbados, things like that. That's always what I am putting out. That's why I do Rhythm Pride. We have a Black History Month series that we've been for the past 3 years, and we try to tell the story of great Black icons and Black power movements in pictures. So it was nothing new for us, but it was a very meaningful experience, and I'm glad that we were able to add to the conversation in a creative and artistic way, because if there's one thing that definitely reach the hearts of people, it's the arts.
Yeah, definitely. So, I know, but putting a video of this magnitude with dancers, the whole choreography and thing like that, it take a lot of time. But I look at it as a mini movie based on how you guys enter the beach. You want to tell me about that whole part of the video?
Well, you see, I initially wanted to do a piece talking or referring to or illustrating our ancestors who never made it across the Middle Passage, and what it would have been like if their spirits were to come ashore, what they would have seen or what they would have experienced. And that was always on the back of my mind. But I never got a chance to do it. And it was on the back of my mind as well, because that spot in Barbados, the spot on the beach is called a hot spot. You can actually walk out for a pretty far distance and the water would still be, ankle deep. So there are so many things that could happen visually with walking out of the water. But I said, when this movement started to take off and we saw, the widespread declarations coming from all over, I thought, how can I tie that in to where we are right now in Barbados? So I think, Shea, you did a good job of talking about how the dance depicted a journey. I don't know if you want to jump in.
Oh, yeah. What I was describing in a conversation I included before was the way that the shots were organized and the choreography itself, to me, followed a kind of journey. It was very interesting to watch it when it was finished, the final edit, to see it begin with that image of what would have been ancestors coming out of the water, and eventually progressing towards, what would be us today, agitating for better rights for Black people, agitating for better conditions, better treatment of Black people, and then tied in with the current events of global, the outrage, the parades, the marches, the protests, that kind of stuff. I was very interesting is that we didn't capture, I won't say we captured everything that has ever gone wrong in the history of Black people, but I think that we touched on what would be a good cross section to understand that the plight was real and it still is today.
The fight is still going on.
So, the struggle continued, never ends. I recently.
Aisha?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Flavius.
No, I'm going to say that we have started at the now situation, but can you take us back to where this all began?
I missed the first part.
Where I began. How you got into art and all of that.
Well, the story goes, so my dad always tells me, and I believe him, but when I was younger, the wife of the late Arrow Barrow, our first prime minister, we call him the father of independence, she looked at me and told my dad that I had the legs of a dancer. And from they say it was history after that. My father enrolled me into dance classes, and I've had a lot of artistic endeavors. My father believes in the arts as much as he is a social activist, lawyer, academic, all those things. He is a lover of the arts. So my sister and I, we play piano, guitar, drums, anything you could think of on this song radio that we wanted to pursue. But the one thing that stuck with me was dance. Dance really and truly has become a part of my identity. I can't see myself without it. And the day that I ever have to face that, I think it would be a very, very sad day for me. And I had reached a crossroads, I think maybe where I was 18 or thereabout, where I had to decide whether I was going to study law or do dance. And I chose dance. And it was not an easy choice to make because pursuing the arts in the Caribbean, you know, can be exhausting. You can become very discouraged, very disillusioned, very frustrated because the opportunities are few and far in between. But my experience in Jamaica, I think, is what kind of kept the fire and the fuel going because Jamaica does have a great appreciation for the arts and the support of artists. And I think a lot of what I brought back to Barbados, I know a lot of what I brought back to Barbados was encouraged by and influenced by what I experienced in Jamaica, what I saw in Jamaica, and what I wanted to bring here as well.
So, so going to Jamaica, going to the Edna Manley College was, and Mona too. You went to the Mona UWI, right, as well.
I went to Edna Manley College and I went to Mona, but also being a part of the Lacatico United Caribbean Dance Force Company, all of those institutions would have played a great role in my development as who I am as a person, but also as an artist. I think my time and experience in Jamaica as well, seeing how they embrace their culture, how their culture literally oozes out of every single thing that they do. And not just because it's their culture, but it's such a Black and proud culture. That had a significant impact on me as a person and the direction in which I wanted to go in. I mean, I was surrounded by that a lot my entire life with my father. My mother is also from Africa and so on, but there was still a slight disconnect and discord here in Barbados because of the kind of society that we have. You will find two heads butting, and I think as a youth struggled to find my place on either side, but definitely going to Jamaica, I think had an impact on me as a Black person, a Black woman, and I brought that about with me, basically.
Okay. I want you to clear up something for Flavius and I.
Yes.
You had completed, 4 degrees in 3 years?
No. So my degree program was actually a 4-year degree program. It was a Bachelors in Fine Arts in Dance, Performance and Choreography. But I decided I was going to take it upon myself to finish in 3 years. So what I would have done is I doubled up on my courses throughout my 3 years there. So I ended up graduating in a cohort the year before mine. And it was to my surprise, I ended up being valedictorian of a year that wasn't mine. So the year ahead of me. Yeah.
So you basically seem like you ace it then in 3 years.
My principal at one time told me you don't always have to be an A junkie, but that's what I went there with, in mind. This is what I have to do. This is a goal. This is a mission. This is what I'm finishing with. The other awards were kind of like icing on the cake. I just knew I wanted a first class degree, and that's what I set out to do.
The other day, right? Your dad.
So what did you do at Mona? What did you do at Mona?
What did I do at Mona? I did a Master's of Arts in Cultural Studies.
Okay.
The other day, your dad send us the Barbados House of Assembly Black Lives Matter resolution. So I send off the information, the WhatsApp information to another friend of mine, and we were talking about Barbados, Jamaica, all the Caribbean countries, and he was saying, how is it only Barbados alone decided to tackle Black Lives Matter? What happened to the rest of Caribbean countries? So the discussion that we were, because he was saying Jamaicans and the rest of Caribbean country, including Barbados as well, look more to Africa. But to challenge the Black Lives Matter, that Black lives do matter in the United States is something that, for him, it's unheard of, coming from Barbados, he understand. So for you guys to do the I Can't Breathe video and then, this resolution and everything, what is it that, we as Black people in the Caribbean can put forward to the Blacks in America?
Well, I think that what our government here did was a bold step. Because for everybody, like Aisha said in the beginning, it was very strange to hear the kind of backlash that people outside of the United States, Black people who were agitating for the cause outside the United States, were made to feel as if they were somehow separated from it. I think that is a perfect opportunity for the islands to come together and probably under CARICOM, under whatever organization there is, to make an even bigger step in that kind of direction. Reflect, and the policy can reflect in the relationship, the social relationship, the trade relationship you have. Even there's so many things that could come out of it from just saying we support you in this way. Should you need us? I think that Barbados has made themselves an example for the region to follow, and I don't see a reason why anybody else shouldn't jump on. It probably should be tabled at this point at the level of CARICOM, and to see how many people would actually, co-sign or undersign with it.
Yeah, I agree with that part. It should be tabled at the CARICOM as well, and and not just Barbados alone, and so that other Caribbean countries can follow. Because really and truly, we need one voice. And when we have the Caribbean speaking, then we can get even Africa to involve in it as well. Because Black lives do matter, regardless of what some people say, all life matter. Put that aside, because when you look at the history of how Black people have been killed, not only in America, but in other parts, and the trafficking as well with Black people life, we have to make it, we have to take a stand. I have a friend who I sent it to, and he was always saying, a bold move like this from Barbados mean Jamaica and other Caribbean countries should start follow this, behind Barbados. And as you said, it should be tabled at the CARICOM. We're gonna.
Do you have a follow up?
Sorry, what?
A follow up.
Yeah.
Do you have a follow up, like a follow up what video?
To the project?
Yeah, follow up.
To the project, yeah.
Follow up. Yeah, I can't believe.
Something might be in the works for October, but you don't want to spill
too much.
I don't know if you guys have heard about the Lord Nelson statue in Barbados, that there's been a lot of back and forth between some activists here and the government. And up to 2 weeks ago, there was still a march to get this statue taken down, and the government has agreed to take it down. But there's a lot of, outside of that though, there's a lot of history behind that statue, behind Lord Nelson himself. The fact that he's currently sitting in Hero Square, our national Hero Square. So there might be something focused, centered around that. And for me, I think it would be an important video to do, just because I will say this. I think I did history at CXC and I did history at Cape, and I would say we're not taught a lot about Barbadian history. Actually, we're taught very little. I don't even know if there's a whole chapter that we're even taught as a part of Caribbean history in Barbados. We probably learn more about Jamaican history, actually, than we do about Barbadian history. And of all the persons I think we should know about is this man who's, standing in the middle of Hero Square, who has done nothing for us as a 95% Black populated country. So I think as a part of our mission, a group that focuses a lot on dance edutainment, I think that would be a good follow-up project for I Can't Breathe.
There's a lot of English and Spanish statues all over in the Caribbean that I think should be removed. So I'm in agreement with that. Yeah, they should be removed because all these guys did was just, rob, rape, kidnap, and sold us off. Destroy the whole, the whole.
And yeah, and as much as I agree with people about not destroying history, I think that perspective on it is an incorrect one because, go place it in a museum.
Yeah, exactly.
Go put it somewhere where we can still, it's still a part of our history, of course, but we don't need to have them up in places where they almost come across as if they're being revered or honored. First, yet they were put there however many years ago to be honored and revered. We don't need that there anymore. No, we can still repurpose and reimagine our spaces for who we are today as Barbadians, Jamaicans, and the list continues without having to have those reminders there.
Yeah, they come across almost like sore spots, to be honest.
Completely.
Mr. Flavius?
No, I say I agree completely.
As you were saying, Brethren.
Yeah, they come across as almost scars that don't leave because they're literally just there looming around. Like I said, they would have been placed there by people who will not be running the country now. So it sends the wrong message. And what is ironic is that the Nelson statue actually faces the other images of our 10 national heroes. And to me, it comes across as a challenge. It's kind of weird. I've never heard anybody really say it, but if you really observe it, the statue stands facing the building, and the 10 portraits are looking back, and it's kind of an odd dichotomy there. So I think it's time that it be placed where it won't be destroyed, but where it belongs. It doesn't belong where it is right now.
With the video, I'm going back to the video. With the video, I can't breathe. Right? What's the vibes you're getting from people around the Caribbean?
Oh, well, unfortunately, we didn't get to launch it. The National Culture Foundation of Barbados, they were the executive producers of it. And I'm grateful that they came on board. We had already had the idea. We were already working on the project. We had already, I think, almost finished filming most of it. And when we showed them the project and the idea, they were like, we are ready to support this. And I was grateful for that. So when they released it, I feel like I should have expected it. I don't know why.
You were surprised.
People would have been extremely appreciative when I have dancers messaging me from Trinidad, Jamaica, people in the US, Canada. It's like, what, just thanking us for taking the effort, taking the time out to just put that project together. And it was not an easy task. I mean, the first step is to rehearse, record, or whatever. But you see the editing process, that was extremely stressful. That took hours and hours and hours of work. Even the interview process, going out several days to interview people where they were. And we never stopped anybody from speaking. I mean, you talking to people like Trevor Marshall, Bob Clark. Man, you want them to say everything that they have to say because, it is information that can be used later on, archived for people to,
even Gabby Carter. I was surprised he was on it. It
was just on that process alone. It was a big learning experience, and I'm glad that we were able to share bits and pieces of what we learned with the world. Social media is accessible to everybody. I'm grateful for my dad because he's who actually made the links for me with the interviewees. And he chose the right group of interviewees. I think I only had a hand in Lucy Hammonds. She was the theater practitioner, and Alice Downs, the social activist. But he's also been encouraging me to, enter it in a film festival. Or something.
I was just coming to that. If you're not thinking about putting it, yes.
Sometimes as artists, honestly, we put out something and then, you kind of put it down. And we need those people who...
It have to be seen by the world. The whole world have to see this thing because...
Yeah, people who have a bigger vision to push us to get our stuff out there for the world to see.
And I mean, the information in it is really something that everybody need to know. Not only black people alone, but, the world at large need to know that, our history is rich, you know, and they should cherish it same way, like how, you know, we, you know, embrace it. So things like this, you know, I applaud. And when Flavius, you know, said, Franco, we should invite Aisha, I said, yeah, let's go for it, man.
Thank you.
Now, for the time that you spend in Jamaica, I want to know where you go in Jamaica. did you take a tour of the island?
Well, you see, I always say I made the mistake when I was studying in Jamaica to focus a lot on school and training. So it reached a point where my friends said to me, "You're no longer a tourist here." So they didn't want to take me anywhere.
Wow.
Even though I still felt like a Jamaican. I got the opportunity to work for Red Bull when I was there, and that allowed me to see different parishes that I may, you know, probably otherwise would not have ventured into. I got to meet a lot of people. But without a doubt, regardless of where I've been, Kingston will still forever be my favorite. And it might just be because a lot of the cultural activities happen, the grassroots cultural activities happen in Kingston, and that's where I want to be. I don't want to be on the tourist side or whatever.
No, the next time you go meet the people in the country, in the rural part, you know, sit down and chat with them, eat some of the food, you know.
I would love that.
Yeah,
I definitely would love that.
I see you work with some artists, some Jamaican artists as well, like Beanie Man, Shensia, Christopher Martin, and Richie Stevens. What was it like?
It's always scary, I would say. And I say scary because I come from a smaller island. You get nervous now. I think for Jamaicans, they're so used to some of these people that, and I will say that one thing I noticed about Jamaica, the artists are accessible. So, you know, Reggae Month, I could go and see, you know, some of my favorite artists just perform right there in Emancipation Park. Like, for nothing. It was mind blowing to me. So for me now, coming from Barbados, you know, I was always nervous going on set or having to perform in front of, you know, thousands of people. But I would never trade any of those experiences for anything. I'm glad I got to be a part of those individual, you know, experiences, whether music video or live performance.
I don't want to pronounce the gentleman's name wrong. What's the name again?
Shea.
Shea?
Yes.
Okay. You're a dancer, right?
Yes, I am.
And have you been outside of Barbados yet?
Yeah. Many times.
Like where? Where have you been so far?
I've been to Jamaica, been to Trinidad, been to St. Lucia, been to Dominica, been to Antigua, been to Anguilla, been to the UK.
Okay. The reason why I asked you the question, because I know the Caribbean dancers now, right? People who do theater dancing and do other type of dancing, like, you know, it's a movement going on now in the Caribbean where you have dance classes set up, and, you know, people from other countries would come and you do dance lessons.
Yeah.
Are you thinking on doing that?
On that level, not as yet. If anything, I really would like to start at home. I want to branch out and gain experience for myself. So if that was part of it, then sure. But the branching out is all with the aim of, you know, really kind of like jump starting the dance community at home.
Yeah.
We have a lot of challenges here. Where dance especially is concerned. I mean, the arts generally, but my focus will be on dance because I find that theater and music, one way or another, will always get through. But with I find that we're underserved, and it's not a good feeling to want to be home, to want to function at home, and be looking on the outside and seeing people flourishing the way you'd like to flourish on your own soil. Yeah. So I would like to do what you suggested here in Barbados, and really get light a fire under the movement for dance, whether it be for dancers who want to be paid performers or just for people who want to dance on evenings after work. I want it to be a life for dance in Barbados.
Good, because it's catching on now. The Caribbean moves, the movements of the Caribbean, it's catching on, Everybody wants to get a piece of the action. I have a question. There's a question okay, go ahead. Finish up, Shane.
No, that was it. I hope that it comes into Barbados as well. That movement, because it's very in style. Everybody's dancing in one way or another. Like, yeah, that's what is happening. So I'm hoping that means good things for us.
Good. There's somebody in the chat room that sent a question. I think this one is for Aisha. What kind of impact did Jamaica culture had on you as a dancer and individual?
Ooh, okay, as a dancer, dancing in Barbados, I spent a lot of time doing, I would call it Western dance. I did a lot of modern, lyrical, modern jazz. That was what I considered my forte. And when I actually went to the Edna Manley College summer intensive the year before I went to study in Jamaica. And that is when I first met Dr. Lantonette Signs. Should have been Lantonette Signs at the time. And she said to me, Bajan, I see you can point your foot and you can point your butt. I want to see you let go of all of that and relax your back and just, ripple. And that blew my mind. That moment stayed with me up until this day. It's actually how I started my thesis. My thesis paper for my master's is based on Caribbean modern dance techniques and the importance and relevance of them to us as Caribbean people, seeing ourselves in a technical form from the West, but still, having our own identity. So when I came back to Jamaica to study, I said, I don't want to join any school or company that was doing exactly what I was doing in Barbados. No, I need to be in a Caribbean space. And I made sure I found my way to Vineyard Town. Very nice grassroots cultural space. And that is where I just felt completely at home, because everything that I would have learned from my father, the Pan-Africanism, the Black power, the Black consciousness, it was right there in Vineyard Town, and that had a great impact on me. So my dance pieces started to change. The topics I wanted to do change. Even I want to say my style of dress. I left Jamaica with locks. I didn't come with locks.
What?
I left Jamaica with locks and I still have them. It seriously had a great impact on me as a person, and I wouldn't trade that for anything, because I'd actually gone to Canada first. I didn't make it I didn't survive very long there. I came back home. I just said that I don't want to go back. I think Jamaica is the place that I need to be, and I think everything has kind of fallen into line. Fallen in line after that. So I just feel like it was where it was supposed to be. It was just definitely where it was supposed to be.
You're a Caribbean princess. I know you do photography as well, and I'm looking at some pictures. I'm gonna just show it up for the viewers them to see, because there's one that that is mind-boggling to me. I'm not sure if this was really something done by a photographer. It's one that you stretched out in the hair. I know you can't see it, but one that you stretched out in the hair, and of course you hold up something like a button.
This is my graduation picture, I think.
Really? Was it the graduation?
My
You were
school
wearing blue and white.
graduation picture.
Is that Photoshop or just the real photography?
Photography.
Yeah.
He dropped and the photographer caught it.
But that looked like you a moment, you're just stuck in the air right there. Bam.
That's the beauty of photography. Capturing a split second.
Yeah, that's a beautiful picture. Big up to the photographer who took it.
That Shea, the photographer. No,
Shea took it?
Another Shea. But that's my thing. As a creative artist, I couldn't do my graduation photo like everybody else. No, mine had to be different. Mine had to be different. And that was a momentous occasion for me, because it did take me a while to complete that degree. Numerous things. I got injured. I ended up back to Barbados, and So finishing that, it was pretty big, and so I felt like celebrating it in a big way.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's wonderful. Because as you say, your dance teacher tell you, say she know you can point your toes, and your toes were really stuck together. That's why I said, nah, she got to be laying down, and they took that picture. Then she just Photoshop it in. It's, you saw the picture, Flavius, right?
Peace of God.
Yeah, I'm
Huh?
looking at it. Yeah. Oh.
Huh? What did
Yeah,
you say,
man. I'm
Aisha?
looking at it.
What did you
I'm
say,
looking at it.
Aisha? Okay.
Athletes of God. Remember that.
Okay. But it's well done. I give big ups, big props to the photographer. Well
Yeah,
taken picture.
excellent.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent.
I mean, with the one that you're doing the handstand, that's nothing. But I mean, doing that stretch, and it like you're stuck in moment. There's a moment in time. It's absolutely marvelous.
Give that.
Flavors, anything you want to ask her?
Well, as we boil down, we could look at where do you go from here?
Where do we go from here? Where do I go from here? Well, currently I am.
And your rhythm tribe as well, because I like
Yeah.
the name
Yeah.
Rhythm Tribe.
Yeah.
Well, I have my father tonight for that. Actually, I was struggling with coming up
And
with
I
a
see you
name,
give it a Caribbean spelling.
and that was all at him as well. Wait, I need to stop breaking out my father now. Say some props myself. But I was having some difficulty coming up with a name, and I was like, Daddy, tell me what you think. And he actually came up with Rhythm Tribe, and he suggested spelling it like that.
Yeah, the Caribbean spelling. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Rhythm Tribe, where do we go from here? I think this year was a little difficult for us, and by difficult I mean we would have hoped to have traveled. Fortunate that basically since our inception in 2016, we've been able to travel every year, and I don't think many groups, at least in Barbados, can say that.
Yeah.
So it was a bit disappointing to not be able to travel this year, but we're still hoping to keep pressing on. I'm working on opening a small studio here, of which will be the home of Rhythm Tribe, and we're soon finished. So those dance classes you were talking about, hopefully that will be the start of where people can start to fly in and class with us. But definitely after having the experience of executing and producing that I Can't Breathe project, there were other projects that I have been wanting to do almost 3 years now, that I think now that we've had that experience, we can go forward with a bit more confidence that we will be able to execute it as we would have initially wanted to. So I guess you can look out for that. The reality is the dance edutainment aspect for Rhythm Tribe will always be one of our core objectives. So I'm hoping to push out some more projects that you can be excited to take in the future.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I know. When you hear next year, go ahead.
No, Pam is saying that Aisha is just flying.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, that's what Pamela saying, that you're flying. Yeah, she's in the chat room. I'm saying next year when you hear the number 2020, just block it out, because every country is going through terrible times right now, and when the school is your dance studio is ready to open, Flavius, drop that on the list. That's another one on the list. We got to go there. We have to go there, and check it out. And check it out.
Yes.
Even do a live show from Barbados, because that's our goal,
Well, Barbados is my second home, so.
Yeah, I know you talk a lot
I'm
about
always
Barbados.
there.
Yeah, I know that. You guys soon have him as honorary citizen here.
Soon.
Oh, I've got
Flavius is honorary citizen. He's an honorary citizen of Barbados.
That's how we feel about Jamaica.
Yeah.
I I feel like I deserve citizenship by now.
At this
Just
point, I
saying.
am taking,
Yes.
Not yet, not yet. What Shay say? You deserve it to Shay.
I feel like I'm back home in the Caribbean as well. I don't ever feel like a tourist there anymore. It's very loved.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good. You guys have the feeling, you know. Well, that's how Caribbean people. We're supposed to have that love, you know,
Right.
of any country we go, and you know, supposed to be treated, you know, just like how we know when we back into our home country, we are treated, you know, as a citizen of that country.
Yeah.
You know, cause we are one people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we are one people. Let me see. One of the things.
Well, I was so happy when they decided to attach Caribbean to the passport. I was so happy about that.
Oh, okay. You did something. You were featuring King of the Dancehall.
I was actually.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Because the young lady who played the leading role, her mom and I went to school together.
Patterson.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful girl, inside and out. She
Yeah.
is. King of the dance hall. I don't know if y'all know Nastasia Hammond. Probably doesn't even want me to call her full name. She goes by Naz. She actually encouraged me to audition. They were looking for more dancers, and I actually almost did not go. Because I wasn't 100% sure what it was for. But when I turned up and I heard what was going on, I said, yeah, right place, right time. I am doing this. The audition process was fun. I got to work with Blaze, who she's she might be a Jamaican American dancer choreographer. I'd already worked with her before in the past in Jamaica. She choreographed an artist that I danced for on, I think it might be TVJ Sunrise or CVM, one of those morning shows. And so when I saw that she was choreographing, I got really excited about that. The experience on set, that was my first time being on a movie set like that. I also got to work with Dexter Pottinger, may he rest in peace. He was an absolute delight restyling, doing our hair and everything. But one thing I will say, I'm not even going to talk about that movie so much. I would hope that Barbados gets some of those opportunities that Jamaica gets. That's one thing that makes me a bit, sad about being home. Is that all of those opportunities that are available in Jamaica? You have all these, big artists coming in to do videos, and we don't get that here, which I always found a little surprising because Rihanna's from here.
Yeah.
You would think that it would have generated, I guess, a bit more interest to utilize the island. Well, let's come on vacation, but they'd never shoot anything here. So it's definitely one thing I miss about being in Jamaica is having, the opportunity to be in something as large as a Nick Cannon movie without even having to leave the Caribbean.
True. Oh, before I forget, I want you to talk to me about the dance movements on the beach where the sand flying. How you guys did that without, getting sands in your eye at the same time while shooting it?
I'm 100% certain that they got sand in their eyes. I'm sure people were walking off like this. Cannot see. But the one thing I think about the dancers that I always choose to work with is that they're a dedicated group. And even if they may not want to do something, if they know that it will contribute to the final project being, 500%, they will give. That morning we had already been out from since I think about 5 hours. And I know that they really want to be dancing in the sand. Yeah. But now that they've seen the final product and they're able to see what the vision really was, they can, concur that it was well worth it. The sand in eyes was worth it. The long mornings, it was all worth it to be able to put forward such a meaningful project that will, I think, truly stand the, test of time. You know, it's not something that's just here today. You know, some things are just here today. You enjoy it today. And you won't go back to it again. But I think this is something that people will be going back to for years to come.
I consider that the artist scene of the whole video clip, because I work out on sand before, and running in sand is hard. So dancing in sand should be that hard too as well.
Oh yeah.
You know,
It's exhausting. It is tiring. It is everything that you do not want to do. I 10 out of 10 would not recommend it.
yeah, because all you guys did the video. You have the beach scene where you dance on the sand, and then you have the one on the grass where you're dancing as well.
Right. So those were actually shot on different days. Because we always have to shoot any sand scene last, or any sand or water scene has to be done last, because once you get sand on you, that's it. Trying to get that off is a struggle, is a problem. And you might go to wash it off, but then that will change how your costuming looks, how your body looks. So we always have to shoot the sand scenes last.
Talk to me about the hanging scene.
Right.
Because I know that guy is not a stunt man.
He's actually he's very talented. His name is Raheem Murray. He is a gymnast. What else does he do? I think he's a fire breather. He does tricks.
Oh, okay.
So he's very strong. He actually was the hand that put the noose around his neck and pulled it up. But for that scene in particular, we had to talk him through it in terms of getting the emotion that would have been necessary to really be seen as impactful. And the thing is that we know that lynchings didn't stop back in the 1800s. We've seen lynchings up until this day.
Yep.
So it needs to feel like, back then to know things haven't changed. He is very strong gymnast, so he was actually able to hold himself up on the rope and move.
Yeah. Okay.
Box first, and count it down, and then they ran off with the box and ran off with the team.
That's good. Wow.
Very important, very, very, very important scene.
I implore you guys to release this officially. Do an official launching of this. It has to touch the Caribbean, college campuses all over the world. Because that's where the movement really starting from. It's going to take the younger generation to do what we never get to do. You understand me? So, more power to you.
For your generation, so basically, laying the foundation and putting in a lot of groundwork, a lot of groundwork. We're basically just picking back up the mantle, like passing on a baton. And we're taking it the next stretch.
Yeah. You guys going to be you guys are the rebellious ones. The rebellious one. We are the survivors. We are still the survivors. So, there anything else you guys want to tell us, Shea?
But I don't know. I mean, I think of anything. I think we covered most stuff.
I think to the viewers and to the people viewing right now, if you want to stay up to date with what we're doing and our projects, you can always follow us at Rhythm Tribe, RIDDIM TRIBE on Instagram or Facebook. Promise you it will be worth it. We're always trying to put out meaningful content and relatable content. So that's what I would say.
For me, I think I just want to say thanks because even just to hear that we allowed that interview on a podcast over this.
Outside of Barbados.
All. We're so glad for the exposure, so glad to be able to share, so glad to be able to talk about it because it is such an important discussion. So I'm happy to even be a face to say that I spoke on behalf of how many other people. So just thank you.
Yeah. Give our greetings to all the other members of the dance, we call it troop or dance tribe, whatever,
Yeah.
Give our love to them because
Tribe.
you guys did a wonderful job, and I'm looking forward to see it, even on the big screen one day.
Yep.
You never know, because we have to let the world know that Black lives do matter.
I will
Understand me?
always.
Yeah. So thank you guys for taking time out
Thank
and
you so much for having us.
for being here with us. Yeah. Flavius.
Yes, thank you very much, Aisha and Shay. Thank you, and we hope that when you have your next project, you will come and share it with us also.
Yes,
Of course.
The Real Talk podcast is yours. You're always welcome to come. Just give us a call, and we can make the arrangements.
It's
you very much.
it's a Caribbean thing. Okay? Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Caribbean thing.
this is a full-fledged Caribbean podcast, and whatever it leads to. But we are promoting the Caribbean full steam ahead. Everything we do is Caribbean,
That's what we need.
and that is our aim. So we say outside of Barbados, we are not really outside of Barbados. We are inside of Barbados because I personally think we need to start writing about us, to us, for us. Too long we have been written about and written and talked down to and all that. So we have to take matters in our own hands now. We have to do our thing. We have to do a Caribbean thing. We don't have to wait on somebody from some up north somewhere to tell us what we are doing or what we should do. You are charting your course, and we are here to run with you, to work with you. And that's the whole aim. That's our whole aim. And bring it to the Caribbean,
True,
at
absolutely.
home or in the diaspora.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have to matter. We have to matter.
To each other.
And Black lives won't matter unless we matter first. We matter first. We have to look after ourselves.
Very true. Very, very true.
So it has been a pleasure having you with us.
And it's been our
A
absolute
great pleasure.
All right, guys. So take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you.
You too.
Okay, bless.
Have a good day. All right.
All right. Yes, Flavius. So we come
Yeah, this has
to the
excellent.
end of a nice, I say a wonderful chat session with Aisha
Yeah, man, excellent.
and Shay.
Yes.
Barbadians on the move. And I love it. Big ups to Audrey
yeah.
Hall and Pam Hall, Dan Wright, to everyone
Yeah.
in the chat room and those who are viewing from wherever you are. We give thanks that you take time out as well to be here with us. So Flavius, we come to another day. Tomorrow is now a big day.
Oh yes.
Big day in
I think
Jamaica.
everybody's final touches now. Yes.
Tell them what we will be doing tomorrow. Tell our listeners, our viewers, what we will be doing tomorrow.
Well, we will be looking at the mood of the election in Jamaica. We have a few people that will be on the ground who's going to speak to us and tell us what is happening during the day tomorrow, at least during the program time tomorrow. Anyway, I don't know how long we can keep it, but we get an idea of people turning out,
Flavius,
for voting. Yeah,
we're gonna go up until 12 noon tomorrow.
yeah,
We're
12
gonna
noon. Yeah,
add the other extra half hour onto it, so we can get some coverage as to what is happening in Jamaica.
yeah.
Different polling division areas.
Yes. And remember, folks, Friday is our big day.
Yeah. For those of you, for those who don't get an invitation yet, we're inviting verbally that Friday we'll we'll be podcasting our 100 episode. So you can
So come and join
join
us.
us.
Subscribe. Come in the chat room, and have fun with us tomorrow.
Yeah, come do everything with us on Friday. Come party with us.
Yeah, and I must tell you, when you subscribe, you should hit the bell, and our link will come to your email, your inbox, automatically every time we have an episode, which is 5 days a week. So you don't have to. What we are sending out to you, you won't even need that because YouTube will send you a direct link, your personal link for each episode live. Before it starts, you will get an email and you click on it and you are in. So please subscribe. Although I have to be careful how I say that in Jamaica.
Why?
because tomorrow is a whole set of Jamaicans will be ringing the bell tomorrow. So, but we're not worried about that bell. We're worried about our bell.
Why I never ever know what the bell
Our
you touch?
Christian bell.
Man, forget about the bell, man. Don't make the bell worry you, man. All right.
No, no, not worry.
So,
I'm just telling the listeners the ease of use by ringing the bell.
oh my God, you have me cracking up, man. So,
Yeah.
with that, we're gonna get out of here. So, as always, take care of yourself, your loved ones. Always remember that prayer do changes things, regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray and continue pray.
Yes.
So this is Franco along with
And as
go
Flavius say, as we move on, we are now in September. As we move on in time, remember, have respect. This COVID thing is to teach us respect. Respect for your friends and families and neighbors and all that. And though people are coming to Jamaica for different reasons, remember that we need to quarantine when you get here. That is the respect that we demand and expect and demand from everyone. And most of all, tied into the respect is the whole discipline of keeping your family safe. Don't worry about the next man, worry about you and your family. Because if everybody does that, then everything is fine. Everything is all right. Everywhere is spiking up now. That was expected, but we still don't want it to spike up, and we still don't want these large numbers. We need to keep it down and get rid of it. Because on the news, I heard that America has passed 6 million. So Jamaica only have 2.8 million, so you can imagine. They have more COVID. They have twice the amount of COVID than the population of Jamaica. That is a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
That is a lot.
So
we need to do what is necessary, but we have to have the respect and the discipline. So until tomorrow.
Tafina to take us out.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know set me a figure flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight. Me I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty I clean where I ease. I said, yeah. I find you very hard to resist, but this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play you, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Take away myself. I have to utilize I weeds. Shorty, I a clean pair of heels. I say, yeah. Been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, hot girl gone through the door. Take away our shame.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless. Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.